Hey guys, welcome to Life from the Patio. We're going to finish out 2022 with a little tribute. It's going to be a review of all the big news and important things that occurred in 2022. So stick around and welcome to the patio.
I saw a man rob a bank when I was 10. No, I didn't see the wrong kind of wish that I was him. I grew up, thought was living in my head. Figured the life that I was living, I'd be better off dead.
Well, we had told everybody that we were dropping our last live recording last week, but here on the last minute whim, this is Friday night, December 30th. We're recording. We're going to drop this raw. We're not even going to edit. We're going to drop it raw on Saturday morning, December 31st, New Year's Eve. Unfortunately, DW was tied up tonight. It's kind of like a last minute thing, but I'm in studio here with Gary. How are you? How are you tonight, Gary?
Yo, 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 what up?
And I got Fortenberry here with me. Fortenberry's sporting some new equipment over here.
Oh man, I got a new microphone.
He got a new mic. He's pretty psyched about it.
I have to remember to put my mouth up to the tip because I forget to not get close enough.
Yeah, we all listened to the drop. My drop today, and we all agree that damn, we've come a long way with regards to our audio since that first recording session.
I think the first few audio recordings we had like 10 cans of strings.
It sounded like you were in South Arkansas somewhere, but it sounded like you may have been in North Korea.
I was at my house.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe you were with Kim Jong-un in North Korea and we couldn't get, or you got internet access like Gary's got at his house. His poor son doesn't even have internet access. He's got to come to my house to get internet access.
Gary's got dial-up.
I sure do. It's AOL Ultimate.
The ultimate. All right. So, you know what? We hadn't done this in a while. We're sitting here. It's New Year's Eve. What you sipping on tonight, Gary?
I got some Crown Apple, yo, with a little bit of Diet Dr. Pepper. Got to get all them flavors.
So you got
in
a little appley.
Appley. Like, there's 24 flavors now.
And I see what Fortenberry's got over there.
Yeah.
Since there's two of them, does that make it double love honey or is that just regular love honey?
It's just plain old delicious love honey.
Delicious love honey. He's sipping. And look,
the love.
Get out to your local Walgreens. I got some Woodford double oak tea.
I'm hitting that tomorrow.
For a really good price. It's pretty good here. I had an old fashioned with it earlier, and now I'm sipping on it with a little Diet Pepsi. I'm weird. I like that.
Did you do a bold fashion or an old fashion?
I did a bold. Oh, it's so good. So for you guys that don't know, a bold fashion is simply it's bourbon with a coffee liqueur or coffee. Actually, I find the coffee works better because if I start mixing the coffee liqueur, it takes effect way too quick. Add a little old-fashioned seasoning or some sugar like you'd make your old-fashioned, and it's superb. I got to tell you, it's great. Fortenberry really likes it, too. Have you tried that, Gary?
No, I haven't. No.
We might have to get you one after this because it is. We went from literally an Arctic blast a week ago to feeling like springtime here in Crittenden County.
When I went and got my love honey today, I stopped at the liquor store in Augusta. And I really went in there with the intentions of I was in my mail. I didn't get a chance to go by the big liquor store I was at where I got all the fancy Lost 40s.
Yep.
Well, what I was looking for was there's a bourbon made in Little Rock, and I was really looking for it, and they didn't have it. But Screwball, and everybody's had Screwball. What is it? Peanut butter.
Yeah. You mix that with a little bit of grape juice in it.
So Screwball also makes a cookie dough.
Oh, my.
And I almost picked it up.
Who's me like cookies? She is for cookies.
I almost picked it up. And I just said, no, you know what? I'm going to get some beer and just call it a day.
Nothing too fancy.
That would have been a nice sip for the last.
Now you made me feel bad for not getting it.
You should feel bad.
I should.
You should feel bad. All right. So, look, this isn't going to be a long recording. Matter of fact, I think we're really just doing it because Jamie wanted to play this new toy. But we're going to talk about big news headlines from the year.
Big news.
And, these are in no particular order. They're not chronological. They're not by order of importance. But these are some things that we think were important this year. Ukraine war still raging on today. It makes 10 months since the Ukraine war started. And how many $1 billion have, from my pocket, have gone to?
Well, I don't know how many billions of dollars went for your pocket.
Just say,
well, it didn't come to my pocket.
Look, the exact analogy you use for Ukraine war will also work for the second one.
Inflation.
Been going on for a long time.
So, yeah, we got two main topics that are still raging today. If you look at a headline, open your web browser, you're probably going to see something about either the Ukraine war, the inflation, or both. And I'm not sure how the U.S. can continue to funnel money into Ukraine to support the war when our inflation numbers are so high.
All right, T, I'm gonna have to stop you. I have to do a fact. You
You got to correct me.
I gotta
Do a
I'm a fact checker.
You're a fact checker?
Oh, that too.
I'm looking at these beards over here. And y'all look like some hobos over here.
We're full.
As long as there's a B in that.
But yeah, I'm gonna fact check. It's not called inflation. It's called Biden inflation. Okay.
Oh.
Hold on, let me see if I know it.
Now, hold on. I thought this was Putin's inflation.
That's what Biden's inflation is trying to call it.
Look, we've been fighting inflation, and in all reality, some of it does have to do with coming out of COVID.
It does. A lot of it.
Some of it has to do with the Ukraine war. Some of it has to do with the piss poor policies.
Our energy policies.
Yes.
That has a big role in it. Look, next week, hopefully you guys are going to listen. I know you got plenty going on Saturday, but next week we're going to talk about what we think are going to be some big news headlines in 2023. And there's some out there I want to talk about, but I'm not going to get into it here. But this inflation, this is not over, folks. I don't believe we've hit bottom yet. I really don't. I don't think we've hit bottom. I think we still got
we're not eating pets yet.
Nope.
Yeah. My pets ain't got much meat on them.
No, but I mean, you get hungry enough and time to get lame.
Look, I could probably go months without eating. We're real here.
We're gonna have missing pets and missing socks because I can't do without toilet paper. So
that was only COVID. Only COVID.
COVID affects inflation,
dude. If you eat your if you eat your pet, then you can use the fur as toilet paper.
Yeah, I guess.
And you rinse it off.
All right, this went south really fast. All right, next on our list, the January 6th committee. Talk about the January 6th committee. So I guess they concluded that committee, even though it dominated the news cycle most of the year.
Yeah, and you know.
Did you hear the latest? They're no longer summoning Trump. They withdrew the subpoena for him to.
So what did this accomplish?
Nothing.
They
spending
sent some
our
people
tax
to prison. They sent grandma to prison. Didn't grandma get sent
grandma's
to
still in prison? Yeah.
Yeah, and there's some interesting conspiracy theories about this. I think Thursdays.
We'll get to that. I forgot one loaded up.
All right. Another big one. The overturning of Roe versus Wade.
That may be the biggest story of the year.
It may be the biggest story of our lifetime, or one of them anyway. It's got to rank up there 9/11, nothing can really surpass.
9/11 is probably bigger, I think.
But overturning Roe versus Wade is a big deal. And no matter what the media tells you, people still have access to abortions that want to get abortions. The thing is, it's no longer now protected by federal law. Yeah, so, there was a big discussion as to whether that would have an impact on the November midterms. Who knows, right? I mean, they were close. If there's one thing we now know after the last probably 5 or 6 Novembers, maybe even 10 Novembers, the country is split. The country's split.
50-50.
50-50. Crypto was big news in 2021. It was big news for a different reason in 2022. 2021, it made a lot of people millionaires. It made a lot of people a lot of money. In 2022, it did the opposite. It turned rich people into poor people.
It took a lot of millionaires' money.
It sure did. And look, crypto, I actually happened to dabble in crypto. I actually took a beating on crypto this year, but you can say that about your stocks too, folks. It's crypto was created for a reason in 2009 because of the last economic crisis we had.
Listen, everyone.
Or Bitcoin was.
If you want to invest in lead and salt.
And life from the patio.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
And life from the patio.
Yeah.
We could go public.
We'll be there for you.
You can go public?
Let's go public.
Let's go public. We're going to go public on which stock exchange?
Our crypto.
We could create a crypto.
Our crypto is going to be...
LFTP.
Is that what it's going to be, LFTP?
I like it.
Or life. Ooh, the crypto of life.
Life. A life coin.
All right, patio coin.
Patio coins.
All right, we got to take that stuff off there. Good idea. All right, this could be one of the biggest ones too.
This is probably second to Roe v. Wade.
But the thing is, mainstream media seem to be steering clear of this. Elon Musk buying Twitter, but not just that he bought Twitter, but that he's cleaning up Twitter because he has released the 6 versions of the Twitter files.
Yeah,
And he closed their kitchen and stuff like that and stopped making.
Yeah, he quit. He started treating them like other employees.
Now I'm gonna say this: some bitch close my kitchen, I'm gonna have issues too.
Yeah, I'd be
Just
upset,
saying.
too.
I want all of you to go find this video of this young lady who worked at, I think she worked at Google, no, Facebook.
Was it Facebook?
Yeah, you saw the video?
Yeah,
and it was on TikTok about her day. And look, I would love to have a day like hers, and she probably makes more money than all 3 of us combined.
Yep.
Well, I don't think she's employed anymore. But anyway, Elon Musk and Twitter files. This is about your First Amendment right, freedom of speech. We found out that was suppressed heavily, not just by Twitter, but Elon Musk happened to be the guy to expose it. I can assure you the same thing's taking place at TikTok. It's taking place at Facebook. It's taking place everywhere. All right. Next,
I don't remember this.
we had a heat wave, and now we got cold. You know, people say it's due to global warming. The Mississippi River, she's a running dry. Ain't that what Hank Williams told us?
The philosophizer.
Yeah, and so, we had a record heat wave. I can't say it's a big deal. Now, the next one kind of is world population exceeds 8 billion. So that's the most people ever been on Earth at one time.
Man, we are crushing it.
Well,
However, birth rate's like going down though.
Well, birth rate's going down
In America.
In America,
okay.
actually,
India and China are just slanging it.
well, Mexico. Yeah, birth rates are going down in your advanced countries. Right?
Mm-hmm.
It's actually, I've like said that it sounds terrible. I'm sorry, but it's true. The less educated, the people with less money, so the poor people, the less educated people, the third world countries, they're procreating and producing at a much higher rate than the advanced and more what's the right word, well-off countries.
So are we really more advanced if we are limiting our procreation?
Well, dude, Nick Cannon's had 5 this year. He's doing his part.
He got 12 in
They
total.
got 12
right?
total.
So he had 9 in the last 12 months.
Isn't that crazy?
Dude, look, props to Nick
That
Cannon.
means, look, I got to think about this. So if he had 9 the last 12 months and 5 this year, he had 4 last December.
He
did.
His pullout game got pro.
He wasn't only beating on drums and drumline. I can tell you that right now.
Lord help us.
He wasn't beating on nothing. 'Cause that's,
World population exceeds 8 billion is important, right? Because people want you to believe, hey, that's the reason our resources are getting drawn up. We don't have enough land to support it. That's not true. You could take every one of these people and put them in the state of Texas, and
dude,
it wouldn't be a problem.
go draw a line down the middle of the United States, and everything west of, like, I don't know, if you draw a straight line from Chicago down, everything west of it's almost empty.
Yeah,
Until you get to California.
And it's not just here. It's in other countries as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so I'm not sure this is a big deal. We can handle that, especially if we open up our oil fields. This is a big deal, though. Iranian protests. So there were big protests going on in Iran. It's really about women's rights.
I know it surprised me because there's such a strong nuclear family over there.
Yeah, Jamie. Yeah,
But it's mostly about the hijab, right? With the women, right?
The hijab.
Yeah, the hijab.
It's about the fact that
I like
have
that.
to cover
I like
first
the,
of all,
upper hook or uppercut.
homosexuals are basically killed on sight, right? If you're caught being homosexual, you're killed.
Which is absolutely wrong.
Women that try to stand up for their rights are killed. Anyone that goes against Sharia law is...
The Patio is going to go on a limb here. We are against killing homosexuals.
And women who have their own thoughts.
Even though Fortenberry has proclaimed his love for the Iranian government, yes, the rest of the Patio does feel that is not right.
He mistook nuclear bombs for nuclear family.
Yeah.
Look,
those nuclear talks are not going well either, though.
I think in a roundabout way I was right, but I was way wrong.
You just had a bad example.
Yes, that was a terrible
That's probably
example.
the worst. That's probably the worst follow-up I've ever. We're going to move off
Worst
this stuff.
simile ever.
Winnie the Pooh records record third term as, what do they call this guy? What is he, the Prime Minister of China? Is he the Prime Minister?
I think he's president, isn't he?
Is he President of the People's
King
Republic?
China.
King China?
I don't think he's king.
China.
China. Yeah. 2022, you could argue this is the year where men are women and women are men and men are men and women are women and children can be whatever the hell they want to be.
And they is them.
And
They is them.
and he's a cat.
He's a cat.
You know, it
Yeah.
also, wasn't it this the year that they said that using the wrong pronouns can be just as bad as killing a person or threatening to kill a person?
If I knew that, I'd just start slinging the pronouns all the time.
Until I made this list, did you guys even remember that this year we
Whoa.
had both the Winter and the Summer Olympics?
I did not know that.
Yeah, it didn't.
What was the character off of Street Fighter that go,
Was that Ryu? Ryu.
Like, I'd be like, he.
And I go, Hadouken!
Like, she. And they'd be like, oh, the violence. That was our reenactment of
That was your pronouns.
That's pronoun fighters.
That's what he wasn't shooting.
That's a good idea.
He
for a
wasn't
skit.
shooting fireballs or whatever that laser
Pronoun
ball was. It was
fighters.
pronouns.
It's pronouns there. Hey.
All right.
Moving
You know
on.
what? This feels like years ago in a way. And do you guys remember Slapgate?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. When you brought it up, we had a little talk through, but that feels like it
I
was.
still think it was planned.
I don't think so. Their reactions and the way they acted after, and then the attempt to cancel Will Smith and
What? I don't
look,
think
Will Smith is a beaten man. Look, his wife
controls him.
she just doesn't treat him right, and he allows it. So that's on him, bud.
Yeah.
He allows her to be with other men, and it's okay.
All right, next headline: Amber Heard versus Johnny Depp.
Awesome. The shit heard around the world.
This shit hurt.
The shit heard around the world.
So we just talked about though that Will Smith's a downtrodden man. Johnny Depp won this lawsuit, or won this. Is it a lawsuit? What is it?
Yeah, so there's lawsuit.
It was
It's a lawsuit, and he won it.
Man, he got paid to stay with a crazy woman. Here I'm doing it for free.
Oh,
Love you, baby. No, but for real, I mean, this really was a bit like.
It was funny. I'm sorry. It
Dude,
ended
it
up
was a
being
big
funny
topic.
because it was
like,
ridiculous.
My mother-in-law sitting there just hating on Johnny Depp, and I'm like, she's shitting his bed.
look, any argument before the judge, you say, Your Honor, she shit in my bed. That should be it. Okay.
He hit me, Your Honor. He shit in my bed.
I don't condone physical abuse.
Dude,
Oh, no.
If OJ would have said she shit my bed, everybody be like, all right, you good.
That's messed up.
That's almost as bad as your Iranian thing. But let me see. There we go.
I don't know what that is.
You know, I forgot to play my music.
Look,
It was a magical
I was
shit.
going to play music then. We're almost done.
Hit the next one, though.
All right, here we go. Hold on. I'm going to play music now. Here we go.
You're way off. So, Amber Heard shit in his bed, just so y'all know.
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, though, Johnny Depp's famous for standing up for West Memphis 3 and
did.
acting like a pirate. But how's he act like a pirate on normal days?
Because he is a pirate.
Did he say, "Arr, there's shit in my bed"?
The shit
He said,
heard around the world.
I mean, matey. He
Hey,
also wears his belt on the side. Have you noticed that his buckle's on the side?
when you're a pirate, where else you supposed to put it? Because then you got your sword on the other side. Your buckle has to be opposite. What's he going to say? The sword in the crack of his ass? Well, I mean, come on. The buckle should be counter.
So he's a pirate. She's a bomb and shitter. I don't know. Does that sound right? Bomb and shitter. Shit bomber.
A shit bomber.
Shit bomber.
Came
I tell you what, we should have saved this for the end.
We used to say shit way more than
Because
this.
2022 is a shit year for most people.
It was for the bed.
Hey, the next topic right here. Do you guys remember monkeypox? It was going to be the next thing that come through.
No, just say it's on pages 2. Okay.
All right, move on.
Jamie's got to
Page
switch.
Do you remember monkeypox?
Yes, that also involves a sphincter.
I thought it involved dogs and school kids.
And
Isn't that
needle.
what they told
Well,
us?
that happened too, but yeah, I mean, apparently, like the old backdoor trot is where you can pick that up at.
On a little bit more serious note, the Uvalde school shooting.
No, that kind of goes into that lives right into that because there was some shitty stuff going on with the police department.
Oh,
Boy, I got to tell you, I think they were all fired, and they should have been, and they should be ashamed of their.
I don't think
self.
fired is what should have happened.
How do
but
you
that's-
They should have
I
criminal
can't say,
charges.
Nope.
There
I
should
can't
be
say what should have
criminal
happened on there.
There should be criminal charges. Those people are trained. They actually have the equipment. They have bulletproof vests, and they're not okay to go into that building.
And they were just sitting back,
Dude.
I don't know, playing hide and
They
go seek. I don't know.
they actually handcuffed a guy that was going to go in the building.
Yeah, that was trying to save his kids.
Yeah, I mean, I would have used somebody else as a human shield, just ran in there.
Probably the sheriff guy.
Sheriff
Why
guy.
not?
Look, just la 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 la. How do you attack crazy with crazy? What else are you
Hey,
supposed to do?
that's also the reason North Korea never jacked around while Trump was in office.
Exactly.
Crazy don't
'Cause
fight crazy.
And look, I'll guarantee you that we wouldn't be talking about the Ukraine if Trump had won that election.
Nope.
No doubt.
Attack on Second Amendment rights. This isn't probably specific to 2022, but there were
What
other
about
shootings this year. There was the nightclub shooting out in Colorado where it was actually a non-binary person. And as soon as have you figured out how the non-binary person
just disappeared.
it just disappeared?
Yeah,
once
that whole story is left.
yeah.
Yeah.
But still, it resulted in an attack on the Second Amendment rights. You know what happens when they take our guns? We talked about this.
Yes.
I have no idea because they taking mine.
That's
But what really happens when they decide they're going to take our guns?
they take your freedom.
They take your freedom. Let's talk about the red trickle.
The red trickle.
The midterm election was supposed to be a red wave. It turned into a red trickle. The
Red trickle.
Republicans took over the House.
Because the pipes got frozen.
No, that was the election, 2020 election, wasn't it? But really, the red trickle.
Oh, the red trickle. Yeah, the wave turned into a trickle. Was supposed to be, we're supposed to take over everything, but we didn't take over nothing.
Well, and then the next topic. In 2020, we were told the Hunter Biden laptop was the Russian propaganda. It was all Russian collusion. There was no reality to it. And guess what happened this year?
Hold on. Before we get to this next one, the most important thing, we have something not on the list that I just thought of that has to go on here.
Okay.
When Pelosi got hammered.
Oh,
Dude,
yeah.
all right, let's talk about that next. So we've got the red trickle. We've got the Hunter Biden laptop story. We got the Paul Pelosi hammering.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Nancy Pelosi being hammered. You're talking about the husband.
No, she stays hammered. That's a
She
normal
stays
day.
hammered.
She stays
occurrence.
hammered like in office.
Yeah, that's a normal occurrence.
Look, I don't care what is. They have not released all the information on that, but there was
they're not going
it was
to.
so sketchy.
We'll never know.
No,
and it quit. It didn't even. It's not even a news cycle.
No, it's gone.
No, it won't be either. I mean, what we know is there was a strange gentleman there that he said was his friend, and
Look, that guy was crazy.
no, that dude's absolutely crazy.
Dude's crazy. But it wasn't within minutes. They swore it was a right wing extremist.
You know what? You could have stopped with the first word you said by accident. That didn't work.
The white.
Yeah. It was like, ah! All right.
Then we got the Mar-a-Lago raid.
Yeah, for those that, actually, I guess none of y'all know, my fantasy football team is the Mar-a-Lago Raiders.
And do you know that right now it's the first time I've realized what the hell that even meant? I've been looking at your team name all this time and like Mar-a-Lago Raiders. Okay.
It just didn't connect.
It didn't connect.
I'm so disappointed. I was so proud of
It
that,
just didn't
too.
connect. I'm too busy trying to plan our episodes than worrying about what the name of your freaking thing is. And this right here, we consider this to be the number one story of 2022. And I hope you do too.
Hands down.
Live from the Patio starts September 2nd, 2022. We dropped our first crappy episode, and boy, damn it, we've come a long way since then.
Yes.
And we're just starting. Look, I want to hit 4,000 downloads before January the 1st. So I don't care if each of y'all download 50 times. We only need like 100 and something downloads, so 20 times.
We can do it.
All four of y'all listening, do it 20 times.
Listen,
we want 4,000
I'll tell
downloads.
you that, I'll do you one better. I don't care if y'all listen. Just turn the volume down. Turn the volume down, put it on repeat.
You don't even have to pay attention. Yeah, you can just play it on your phone when you're not around.
Look, when you go to bed, turn it on, put the volume down, and go sleep.
Go sleep.
I don't care.
I guess you could leave it up to. It's almost like waterfalls when you're trying to sleep. You can hear.
I mean, when you hear boring stuff, you go sleep. So
Yeah.
there you go.
There you go.
Well, look, we're here to help you sleep too.
Just let it play all night. Just turn the volume down and let it go all
that's
night.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And
Just
if you have-
make sure,
hey.
though, you're playing episode after episode after
Listen,
episode.
and if you have young kids with phones, go get their phones when they go to sleep. Do the same thing with their phones.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Every phone in your house, I'll be playing.
Every Tuesday and Thursday night, we want you to do this. Or actually, hell, every night before you go to bed, just play the entire library.
Look,
do
we
us all a
need
favor.
1,000 a night.
Yeah, 1,000 a night. All right, 2022. Those were some of the big news lines. And look, this next thing here, we're going to talk about. Let me cue up some good music for this here.
What are we talking about? Oh.
We're going to talk about deaths. And not just, you're going to see a list of all these people you never heard of deaths, important or famous people. We're going to talk about.
All we bring you is important people.
These are deaths that we feel like impacted us. And we're just going to hit the list and we're going to come back and talk about them a little bit. Coolio died this year. We did a whole tribute during an episode to Coolio.
Christy Alley.
I didn't know she died until just we were talking about today.
I didn't either until, but in fairness, it was just this month.
It was.
It was recent, very recent.
Gary, read the next one. The next one hurt my feelings.
Bob Saget.
That one really did hurt me.
That was a sad one.
What was it? America's Funniest Videos, Full House. I mean, those are really the only two things that
America's
but he was hilarious.
Videos was great. Like I
his
missed
stand-up comedy.
Stand-up was really
America's
good.
Funniest Home Videos still come on,
but not with him. Like
no, it's got
old school.
It's got Carlton. It's got Carlton. He's pretty good.
Carlton's doing it.
Carlton,
Yeah, really?
yes. Oh, it's good with him. Oh yeah,
Alonzo.
Carlton from Fresh Print. Gilbert Godfrey.
So those two right there together.
The Geico commercials have never been the same.
Oh no, they're
no. The Geico made a terrible decision getting rid of him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Jerry Lee Lewis.
Wow.
I can't remember what his nickname was, but I know he married his cousin.
What was his nickname?
I can't remember. He married a cousin who was 14. So
he did.
That's his nickname was pedophile.
He would be on damn Epstein Island. There's no doubt that dude would be on Epstein Island.
He'd at least be on Rikers Island. I'll tell you, looking it up right now.
His nickname was Jer.
No, they called him the Red Rocker. Red Rocker. Yeah, the killer.
The killer.
No, the killer. Yeah, it's the killer.
It wasn't Red Rocker. That's Sammy Hagar.
Yeah, it's the killer.
All right, who's next?
He pulled out that Red Rocket.
Red Rocket. All right,
Gary.
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Pele.
That was a
he
recent
just
one too.
died
Yeah,
this week.
Yeah.
Now that's actually really big impact. I mean,
Okay, I got confession, mate. I was surprised he was still alive.
Yeah. I was
because I remember learning about him when I was like a kid, reading a book. Or
yeah, I know. I learned about him when I was like 8th grade.
I was watching a video the other day with Pele, and they were showing all the moves and stuff he was doing that people were doing.
He was the first one to do header, man.
Yeah.
He would kick over his head. Yeah.
Yeah. Bicycle kick. Yeah.
Bicycle kick.
Yeah, he was like the originator of all this.
We sound like we know what the hell we're talking about soccer, but yeah, no. Pele was so important that
I've probably watched Pele's soccer games more than any other soccer games.
I was gonna say Pele is so important to that sport that I know who he is.
Yeah. Next guy is a sports guy, Franco Harris. I mentioned him on one of my drops a couple weeks ago.
I heard that. I learned it from the podcast,
and it was almost 50 years to the day of the Immaculate Reception.
Is that how one of your kids were made, Jim?
the Immaculate Conception, yes. That's right.
Okay,
yeah,
so
he and Nick Cannon, y'all ain't too far apart here.
So like the next one, I will be real honest. I didn't realize she died till I was looking at the list, and it kind of hurt my feelings. Loretta Lynn, coal miner's daughter. I forgot about that.
She's an icon.
The next one really hurt my feelings.
Angela Lansbury.
Dude, like
Murder She Wrote.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Like everybody in our age group.
Oh yeah, it was on all the time.
Yeah,
but she was old when we were kids.
She probably wasn't. She probably was like 45.
She just seemed old.
I think she was related to Betty White.
But like we're sitting there, I remember you're chilling out and you're listening, you're watching. I don't know. You're just sitting there and your grandma's watching TV and you hear the typewriter come on and the Murder She Wrote music and you're like, oh, Angela Lansbury's on. Let me go ahead and leave Mama alone. And
yeah, that was about the same time it was Matlock.
Yeah,
Matlock.
Yeah, because that was
like back to back.
Look, you could argue that was like prime.
If I remember, Matlock and Murder She Wrote had crossovers.
Yeah.
Next, Anne Heck. Ellen was mortified.
I thought it was Hesh.
Okay, Anne Hesh. She had a car accident.
Yeah, she did. Yep, I mean, she's famous for dating Ellen. James Caan. Kane. I think it's Caan. I think it's Caan. He's a good actor. I like it. He did.
I don't know that there's anything he's been in that I didn't like.
I know, and I can't. He's one of those
Godfather.
guys.
He was in Godfather 1 and 2.
He's one of those guys. You're like, you don't know the name, but you seem like.
He was in Days of Thunder.
Oh, he's been in a ton of stuff. Yeah.
Was that him in Days of Thunder? Yeah, it was.
He was the dad in Elf.
He was the dad in Elf.
Oh, he was.
Yes,
he was.
Yeah. Not Bob.
Saget.
Not Bob.
No, not Saget. Shit. No, not Bob.
Hope. Bobby.
Bobby Brown.
No,
Bob Brown.
gosh damn it, no.
Here we go with
Bob.
these. The
Yeah, I know
I
you
have
told me.
no which Bob. I know a lot of Bobs.
Bob.
Newhart.
Newhart. Yeah.
Bob Newhart.
Oh,
Yeah.
He was the elf dad.
He was the elf dad.
He was the elf
James
dad.
Caan was
I
the
threw
human
out,
dad.
I threw out Bob Newhart just on a whim, and I had no idea.
Well,
that
hold
was
on,
right.
they were both elf dad.
That's what I'm saying. That's reason you had to clarify that.
He was the New York dad.
Yeah, he was the human dad, human elf dad.
His actual biological father.
He was human.
Human.
All right, Gary, you're next.
Naomi Judd.
That was sad.
The Judds.
It was. I will say this. Can we save the last one for me?
I was thinking that already.
Yes.
Believe me, I was. Naomi Judd, that was sad, but you know what it sounded like? It just was. Ray Liotta.
That
Ray
one was
Liotta.
sad.
Yeah, that was Ray Liotta's a hell of an actor.
I mean, listen to you got the Cocaine Bear coming out. Don't forget about that. He's in that.
He's in that.
He's in the Cocaine
And look,
Bear.
you'll know where you heard of Cocaine Bear first.
Yep.
We called him Pablo Escobar, which would have been a much better name than Cocaine Bear, by the way. They should have got the name from us.
And Goodfellas is one of my favorite movies.
Goodfellas. I watched it again the other day for the
He's
first
so
time.
good,
in a long
man.
time.
He is so good, Goodfellas.
Such a good actor.
No, I'm gonna say this. When Gary says this one, I don't remember at what point in my life, but I'll sit down and I think we did in class. I sit down and
You're going
watch.
to say the next one.
Yeah, you're gonna say the next.
I'm going to say the next one too.
Yep. I sat down in class and we watched Guess Who's Coming to Dinner, and it was such a impactful. You got to think this is what 70s.
Yeah, go ahead and tell us who it is, Gary.
Sidney Portier.
Portier.
Boy, I'd have
It says
slapped-
Portier. I'm sorry, it's spelled.
Yeah, but you know what it meant.
My bad. I was just reading.
Yeah, Sidney Portier is one of the great. I'm not going to say greatest black actors. He's one of the greatest actors that's came through
Yeah,
in a long
and
time.
you know he succeeded during a time when before civil rights. He
Yeah.
succeeded during a time when African Americans didn't.
they weren't giving roles to
They
black
weren't given
people,
roles.
and he is a damn good iconic actor. I mean, God bless his soul. He is what we needed and got.
And then the last one we saved for Jamie.
Oh, sweet lips herself, Queen Elizabeth.
Rest in peace, Queen.
We also have an episode for her as well.
Mom,
We've actually
Mom,
played her episode twice.
Yeah, we have. Mom will miss you.
Mom will miss you. So
We actually did the Cocaine Bear twice too.
Yeah, we did. And our Thanksgiving episode twice. I could do the Christmas episode. We could release that every day. It was really good. All right, so if you were to, so look at this list. Now, there's a lot more people died, and God rest their souls in 2022. So this wasn't all encompassing. These were some of the names we thought you would recognize.
These are the ones that
and we thought
we
important.
knew.
So when you look at this, rank the top 5 you would say important to you. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Start at number 5.
Number 5, I would say probably. I would say Kirstie Alley.
Really? Okay, that's way high.
Yeah, I like Kirstie Alley. She was in a lot
No,
of
I'm
good stuff. Don't Look Who's Talking. I watch that movie all the time.
Was she Look Who's Talking?
Yeah, she was the mom.
Oh, that's right. She was. Yeah.
Bruce Willis was the baby, but not actually the baby.
And then
So that's number 5. I'm gonna say number 4. I'm gonna say Pele, just because I know
get
who
that.
Pele is.
Yep, he was an icon.
He was an icon for soccer. I'm gonna say number 3. I'm gonna say Bob Saget because I did love
Yep.
I was about to say Family Matters, but Full House, but also like the Funny Show. And then I would say number 2. I'm gonna say Coolio.
Yeah, I
he
could
did,
see it.
because he did Gangster's Paradise.
Yep.
He did that.
and because of him, we also got Amish Paradise.
Yes, we got Amish Paradise. He had such. I mean, he was just affected so many things. You know what
They
that song.
did.
And then last but not least, I would say Ray Liotta.
Number 1, Ray Liotta.
I love Ray Liotta. He's in a lot of great movies. That's what I'm gonna go with.
All right. Jamie, you gonna go next or you gonna go last?
Yeah, I'll go now. I'm going to go ahead and put my number 5 at Gilbert Gottfried.
Geico. Yeah.
No, dude, he did way more than Geico.
No, Geico.
His comedy was,
it was
ahead of its time.
It was cringe comedy.
It's his
but-
voice.
I'm not even sure you could do the comedy he did today, but you could say that about Bob Saget too.
Well, I was just going to say, like him, Bob Saget, Norm Macdonald, which are three titans of comedy, but their comedy was so different,
Distinct.
like dry
Yeah.
and uncomfortable.
He was also in Problem Child.
Number 4.
He was a problem job. Number 4. I'm gonna go Ray Liotta. Number 4.
Okay.
My number 3 is gonna be Sidney Poitier. Like I said,
I can get that.
I touched on it a minute ago. I feel like Sidney Poitier was an icon, and not just he was a groundbreaking icon in acting. Number 2, I'm gonna go Bob Saget because
He's Bob Saget.
Bob Saget, dude. I mean,
Yeah. And
Bob.
I guarantee you we know who your number 1 is.
oh sweet ass, Queen Elizabeth.
Queen Elizabeth.
Look, I do joke, but this entire list are all fantastic people. Nobody has touched as many people as Queen Elizabeth.
No, I think.
Well, I mean, Bill Cosby's not on here. He's touched a lot of people.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Jerry Lee Lewis probably touched a lot of people too.
But no, I've been saying the Queen Elizabeth. I mean, impactful wise,
Yeah.
I mean, who's more impactful?
Probably not very many. All right, I'll go last. Okay.
Well, you got to because you're the only one here.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah. So number 5, I'm gonna go Sidney Poitier number 5 for the
Okay.
same
No,
reasons you
that's fine.
said.
Yeah.
You said, Jamie. So number 5, Sidney Poitier. The list has to have Pele on it, so Pele's gonna come in at number 4.
Okay. Yeah.
But I think our top 3s are all very similar because, actually, hold on, I got to throw off Sidney Poitier.
Oh, no. What?
Yeah.
What?
Actually, I got more than a top 5 going on
Oh,
here.
jeez.
Look, I got a tie. Can I have a tie?
Do you have a 4A and 4B?
Golly. Anyway, all right. So my top 3. I'm gonna go top 3 here. Bob Saget.
Is 1 or
No,
3?
3. That's
okay.
number 3. James Caan, number 2 for me. Godfather really touched me in a way, and that is one of the few movies I can watch over and over and over. And it's his acting there. And look, number 1, I got a tie. Yeah, I can't help it because I put somebody in I didn't need to. Queen Elizabeth and Coolio. Those are maybe 2 completely opposite characters.
It's like Snoop Dogg and
Martha
Martha Stewart.
Actually, it is. It is. Could we do a skit of Queen Elizabeth marching through the Gangster's Paradise? I don't know, but those 2 people. Look, Coolio was like important to me in my youth. He was.
We still
He's a
sing,
rapper.
play a song all the
Can
time.
anybody name another song by Coolio?
Gangster's Paradise.
Gangsters.
No,
Paradise.
another song, a second song that he performed.
Amish Paradise.
No. But look, I agree with Jamie. Queen Elizabeth has to be up there because she is a person. She's almost like untouchable. There's been very little negativity about her. Everyone around the world looked at her, and look, she wasn't just the queen. She actually dealt with world leaders from other parts of the world. The Prime Minister of Britain would come talk to the Queen, and I don't think that'll ever happen again. I think that has passed. I think that whole.
No, I'm with you. They'll continue to have a monarch, but it will never. She's the last true monarch of England.
And yeah, I agree with that. And she carried herself like that, and she.
I mean, how many presidents does she meet?
She required.
There's a bunch of them.
She required
Yeah.
respect from everybody.
Yeah,
Okay, and you're
yeah.
right. We joke about her, but she really is an icon, and she probably could have been prime minister. She wanted to, probably some legality associated with it, but people love her. So we've been through our news. We've been through the deaths. What's your last parting words for the year 2022? Let's go with Gary first. You're going last, Fortenberry. There's no killing that crazy shit you're going to say.
Love each other, respect each other, and
Don't say that every time.
You do say that every time. How about
hold
something
on,
different?
Don't force your views on someone else because they disagree with you.
Don't force your
Oh,
love.
that's actually a good one.
There you go, because that's what's happening right
Say that again, because I was being a dickhead and interrupt you.
I said, don't force your views on someone else just because they have a different opinion.
I love it. It's good.
Yeah, so 2022, goodbye. it was a year, I'd say, of up and downs for us personally, me personally, for the world in general. I think, we sat down, we decided to do this. Here we are, starting 2023, and we're not giving up yet. We're about to hit our 50th episode probably the next week or so. Maybe this is it. I don't even know. I got to look. But anyway, we're hitting our 50th episode. Most of them don't last that long, and we're not giving up anytime soon. As a matter of fact, we're spending money. We're buying equipment. We're doing this, that, and the other. So 2022 was an exciting year, and thank the Lord for it. Live to see 2023. What have we got? It's 24 more hours. Get that. And now, Fortenberry, the last parting words for 2022 for life in the patio.
I haven't lost, personally, I haven't lost anybody close to me this year, but I've had a couple of people that are close to me that have lost loved ones. So keep that in mind when you move forward. Hold each other close. You don't know what tomorrow's going to hold. You don't know what other people, what crisis other people have going on in their day-to-day life, what's going on in their minds. Always be willing to reach out to someone who you think might be struggling. You don't know what they have going on, and it could be opportunity to. Sometimes someone might just need a kind word to change their life, and you could be the person that makes a difference.
Well said, Fortenberry. All right, guys. DW will be back in studio with us for the drop on Tuesday. Listen to Marty Ray on the way out of 2023. Good night, everybody.
I'm not editing. I don't think there's anything to edit. We didn't say shit about 20 times.